I can rename it later. You know what? Would you do me a favor? I'm trying to figure out what happened to my stand. You remember at my stand? It's green. Hey everybody. Anybody here? My phone stand. Am I lopsided or am I straight? Am I straight? Can you guys see me like a regular or is okay? Good. All right. I'm just gonna set it like this. This should be good. Oh, yay! I don't even know if that's gonna work now though, but I'll try. I don't think it extends. I got one of these cool little things here for my phone, so it stands up. And so right now, I'm going to see if I can put it in the stand without dropping my phone. So y'all, you know, I'm doing orders because I had a really big sale, and y'all have been wonderful and buying lots of stuff, and that's awesome. It's gonna help me in my upcoming endeavors. I've done a lot of stuff this week. I've gotten working on t-shirts. For anybody who's now the mom don't want to play games. For anybody who's ordered a Daughters of the Moon shirt, well, oh thank you. Anybody who's ordered a Daughters of the Moon shirt, I ordered from this wholesale company called Warden's, and I ordered well over a week ago, and those shirts are not here. So now I have to put out a case with my credit card or whoever I bought them through, either PayPal or my credit card, and go to like this far out farmland in Ohio to this place where they sell wholesale shirts. So hopefully the Daughters of the Moon shirts will go out sometime this week. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because a lot of times I'm in my, and I got some food on my shirt from dinner, so oh well. A lot of times people will message me and people will ask me for advice, especially for things like spell work, because a lot of times in the groups, and I think this is, I don't know, it depends on what type of group you're in. It's a good thing because people will tell you all kind of stuff. And I don't like it when people are like, I want to do this. What kind of spell should I do? Or, I burnt this candle. Can you read my wax? Hey, Camille, I'm working on yours tonight, okay? There was a lot of orders, y'all. A lot. Tiffany's on here, and she can tell you that there's been a lot of orders. And Shadow is still here. Shadow, like, has not, like, been home in a week. She's been here. But there's a lot of people that are always talking about, you know, I want to do a spell. How should I do a spell? Now, what I'm going to tell you is, and I'm working on mini spell kits. While they do get on my nerves, they're just so cute. You put the itty bitty salt and the itty bitty herbs, and then you give an itty bitty sachet powder. So I'm working on that, and we give an itty bitty Conjure cologne. So that's what I'm working on right now. Camilla said, "Hey, Shadow." Hey. So, I'm gonna need the vodka and some water. All right, I'm gonna be getting up, probably, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to put you to work like that. Okay. Oh, I can pour it in the lid. But you got a little something like put some water in. You just give me an empty oil bottle. You know, to put in this. You know.
Like a dropper?
Yeah, so I can use a dropper. Yeah. Because that does make sense. We probably should do one. That was probably something I should not have gotten rid of. But you can just grab one from there. Oh, we don't have any up there?
No.
Okay. Anyway, so a lot of times people will ask about spells and candle readings and stuff like that. And my thing is this. That's your spell work. I've had people ask me to read their candles. And I'm like, but that's your spell work. And not everybody is a candle diviner. And I'm not even going to lie. Unless it's something that's really, and that's different for everybody too. If it pops out for you, it was meant for you to know. But it's not going to happen every time you burn a candle. You're not going to find a shape in everything that you do. You're not going to find soot in every candle. Now, soot readings are the easiest readings because if your candle is black, cracks, catches on fire, explodes, you can pretty much guess that you're up shit's creek, okay? But other than that, stop asking people to read your wax. That's your spell. I don't understand that. Do you understand that? Magic is incredibly personal. And that's one of the reasons why I enjoy selling products, so that people who may not have 50 million 11 herbs and roots will be able to make magic their own by using correctly prescribed herbs and roots to do their spell work. Okay? So, I get people that message me, and they get spells from different places. The one thing is, and I understand and I emphasize with people, I got extremely lucky because I had some teachers, and that was great. Not everybody's going to have a teacher, but my teachers were also academics, and so am I. So they gave me a plethora of things to read. People don't seem to understand that we don't live in a day and age now where grandma taught you spell work, because grandma had her ass in church, sitting up there with the funeral home fan, and maybe she might have had some lace or a rag on her head, and maybe she might have anointed somebody with some oil, but that's about as far as it went. She wasn't, most grandmas wasn't working with. So when you hear these people talking about how their grandma taught them, they lying, okay? And that's what I tell people all the time. I dropped that vial. I'm just gonna get another one, because I'm not reaching under there. Hello, Star Ann. I have not forgotten about my application. I am so sorry. I had a sale this week. It's been crazy. Oh, thank you. So first of all, keeping in mind, spell work is extremely personal, okay? And because you do not have grandma to teach you how to do spell work, then it is important for you to learn, for you to read. I point people towards Culpepper's Herbal first, because for Black people, I can't speak for any other culture, our magic is mundane, magic, and medicine. So what Culpepper did that was really important for us as magicians was that he gave its properties and its planetary alignments for herbs and roots. So if you know the planetary alignment of something, then you know its purpose in magic. Okay? And you can't share it in your groups. You can share this in your groups. All my posts are public. Share the video. Okay? But I'm going to need y'all to stay the hell up out these groups. I tell anybody's learning from me, I say, stay the fuck out the groups. Because either one or two things are going to happen to you. Yeah, that book is everything. You could do all your magic just with Culpeppers if you wanted to. But there are other books that help you as far as culturally. It's Culpepper's Herbal. Here, I'll show it to you. Hold on. Y'all gonna have to look at my booty when I get up or whatever, so excuse me. So, it's one of the books for my 201 class. I mean, I'm sure that a lot of magicians back in the day, before there was a Scott Cunningham, before there was Papa Jim, had this book. You can go to Half Price Books and get this book for $10. This book is beautiful too. It's probably worth a whole lot more. I'm trying to see if the original price is in here. But this book was $7.99 at Half Price Books. And they always have several of these. $16 where? On Amazon. But still, at $16, if you can't put $16 into your witching, but so you have to understand, like flax. Is that flax you're doing right now, or is that bladderwhack?
That's bladderwhack.
Oh, I thought it was flaxseed.
Flax is
under the dominion of Venus. So let's see, what would we use that for? And if y'all don't know, I can't help you. But there's you can start here, okay? There are tons of herbal books. Hi, Izzy. I'm going to be at Izzy's shop this coming summer, 2018. We haven't gotten everything. You got it for $99 on Audible. See, how you gonna research on Audible though? Wait a minute. I don't know. You got Culpeppers on Audible? Okay, this is the thing I'm gonna talk about. Love spells, yes. Right. Anything under the dominion of Venus was not just right. Money, luxury, love. It's not just love. Learn the gods. Learn the planets. The Greek gods and the planets that they're named after, the days of the week. People want to talk about what days of the week do I do magic. Look at the days of the week. I mean, Saturday. That's when you're going to do your best left hand work, y'all. Okay? So the thing is, you're not going to learn by necessarily surfing the internet. And I'll tell you why. You know, and yes, people can get books published today. People self-publish, and there's a lot of garbage out there. But these older books, you had to be like halfway informed before you could get a publisher. Okay? Even now, where is the Florida water oil? Is this gone?
It's on the table.
Is it here? Okay.
We used it.
We used it all?
No.
Oh, I was about to say. Is that it? No. It's none of these. One of these are not like the other. No, it's none of those. That's bright-eyed. Oh, where's the
on the table.
where's the other bottle?
What other bottle?
My bottle.
Behind, up on the shelf.
Okay, we'll just use that. So, anyways, it's better anyway. It's been sitting up. I'm making a mini spell kit. And what I do is I mix all of the oils for everything that I make. I make the mixtures, and I learned this from my mentors prior. So this is like the oil for undone. I also mix the herbs up. I had Waymaker over here. Oh, here it is. And so that way, when I get a client order, it's already made up. I make them in small batches, but it's already ready to go. So then when I make an order, or when somebody comes over here to help me, I've already made the stuff. And they can just help me put it together, in most cases. Shadow's helping me make something right now. There's exceptions to everything. But, magic. Let's get back to magic. Okay, thank you. Camilla, no, this is a mini spell kit, but I got stuff for you, and I'm gonna put a little Florida water in your package, okay? And for anybody whose package does not ship within 3 to 7 business days, I always give them a little gift because I believe in keeping my shipping commitments. But when you have a sale and you sitting on top of 40 orders and you make things by hand like this, you're going to be a little behind. So, Lewis, I know you on here, boo-boo, and I have not combined your order and done that stuff yet. Oh, it smells so good. I'm just, it's cat on the outside of the bottle, so I'm just going to put it on me. Yes, Izzy, I know I owe Izzy a sample kit. We need to send Izzy a sample kit tomorrow. Okay? So, because I've talked to her about this for some time. Just been busy. And, you know, we got the Black Witch Convention coming in October. I'm going to be out of my home the entire month. Shadow will be here holding it down. But I want to get back to talking about magic. So, you got people that, yeah, we're going to have to use white for the Waymaker because the purple candles are gone. I don't know if I ever had dark purple. Probably because it's a really popular spell kit.
You got
oh, very good, very
oil.
good. The oil, do I have it? Yes, I do, somewhere. So what happens is, and I'm sorry, y'all, this is Q&A, so I'm just, hey, yeah. Here you go, read your ass of filth. It was funny, I was talking to another worker who had written a blog post about the difference between anise star and anise seed, and yes, there is a difference. But the only way you find out any of these things is by reading and studying and then actually turning around and doing the work. And I remember there was this one witch who didn't agree with me on Facebook that you could not become a witch by reading a book. No, you don't become a witch by reading a book. That's a talent. That's a gift. But you learn how to actually the functions of what a witch does through educating yourself, through reading. Now, then a lot of people, some people will be like, why did my spell? Yes, cooking. Okay, you can cook magic. I do it a lot. Yes, it's in your blood. However, unless you are like super psychic, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't know what herbs do what or what spells do what. So you may have the talent where your magic works. You might have magic in you, but you don't have the technical skills. It's just like a violin virtuoso. They may be real good, but they don't know everything. And so, you know, you guys start looking at books. start educating yourselves, especially about herbal medicine. Because at least in my practice, which is African American root work and conjure, our stuff is based on magic, medicine, and mundane. Okay? And yes, that's education is the key. And I am an educator. I've been designing online courses for 20 years. So I decided when I became a magician, why don't I teach people how to do this online? Because people don't have people with them right, in their close proximity. Okay? That's the first thing. Study. If you want to master anything. Now, that's kind of funny because to be a master of Kung Fu, you got to study, right? There's a bunch of mind stuff that has to be done before the body will even work. Before you can break through all those pieces of wood, there's something that you have done to condition your mind to break them. But if you're trying to do magic and you ain't conditioned your mind, you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground, then guess what, boo-boo? Your magic ain't gonna work. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how to go about spell work, okay? And this is prompted by a young lady who got a hold of me tonight. Knowing what to do, when you do the prosperity spell, then you can take my class. Because it's only $45. I blow $45 fairly quickly. I blow $45 like blowing my nose. I don't really think it's that hard. But, for example, you got to look at things. Like if, say, you're having problems at work, say you're having problems with your spouse, before you decide that you're going to do some magic, and I'm looking down here because I got to get my labels. Before you decide that you're going to do some magic, why don't you look at the mundane reasons of why your situation is the way it is, okay? If you want to, if you're mad and you're angry at your spouse or your husband, what are the reasons why you're angry? Why are the reasons why that person is stepping out? Because a lot of times people want to do spells to get a man to stop cheating or to come home. And my whole thing is, well, why is he a hoe anyway? And the next question is, why you want a hoe? I don't get that. So maybe he needs to stay gone. Maybe the spell that you should be doing is one on you. One where you will not tolerate being mistreated anymore. One where you will not tolerate being cheated on. We got everything in here, these damn mini labels, but Waymaker. I just want to fight somebody. I'm going to put the Conjure oil on that. But I'm going to see, can you see if Waymaker and Florida Water's in there? Because I'm blind and I can't see, but I'm trying to.
Crunch these anise?
Oh, yeah, break those anise up.
I need that.
Yeah, mortar and pestle, yeah, break those up. So, but you got to start to look at the reasons. So I had somebody that wanted to hex their employer. And, bosses can be very difficult. Bosses can be very, very difficult. I have a day job. And I explained to that person that my mother used to tell me when I would come home, and see, I was the only black girl in every grade. I'm not talking about in a classroom. The whole third grade, I was the only black girl, okay? And so I would come home, and I would tell my mama or my grandmama, whoever would listen, that the teacher didn't like me. And my grandmama would look at me and say, you're not there for the teacher to like you. You're there to learn. But if she's messing with you unnecessarily, then we can do something about it. But say you say the teacher don't like you because she gave you a 0 because you didn't turn in your homework. That's not the teacher don't like you. That's you fucking up. So, if you're in trouble with your boss because you can't get to work on time, then you shouldn't be thinking about hexing your boss. What you need to do is figure out what you do about yourself so that you can get to work on time. People always want to do a sour spell on somebody. And what's really funny about souring spells and hexing is if you plan to stay in close proximity to the person that you're trying to mess up, don't you realize that you may get some residuals of that? Say, for example, you curse somebody to die. Say you goofer them. Say you bury them in a mirror box full of goofer dust, which are nastiest relative you possibly can. Okay? And say that this spell is actually going to work because maybe you've even done the divination, because nobody does divination. That's the first question. Thank you. See, you found them both. Nobody does divination before they do spell work. They just, oh, this motherfucker to piss me off. Let me go see what I can do to them. Neck be just all popping. You know, there's a little salt in that. You can just throw it over your shoulder.
Okay.
So, you know, they'll be like, you know, I'm just gonna get this person. Okay? Sour jars work extremely well, but you can't be souring nobody's life if you plan to continue sleeping with them, working around them, being in any proximity to that person. If you curse somebody, you want to make tracks. You want to do the Speedy Gonzalez. You want to do the Road Runner. It's over y'all's heads because y'all don't watch cartoons. Y'all probably ain't never seen those. But you want to move, bitch. You want to run, okay? That's like when I used to, we was kids. This was the best trick ever. We used to jump out the back window because my mama used to sleep in the front of the house, so you couldn't sneak out the front of the house. So we'd jump out the back window, but before we went to bed, we'd go unlock the back door. And then we'd jump out the second floor window. And then we would go to our friend's house and we'd win them Folgers coffee cans, you know, back when coffee came in cans instead of bags, which are great for prosperity spells, coffee can spells. We'll talk about that some other time. And we would take firecrackers. And we would put the firecrackers inside of the can, set them next to the windows of our friends, light them motherfuckers, and take off. And I don't know if you've ever heard a firecracker go off in a can. All the lights in the neighborhood go on. The parents running out there with their pistols, double barrels, we gone. We're gone at this point because you got a certain amount of time with that fuse, okay? But that's the thing. A sour jar is kind of like that. You don't want to get caught up once those firecrackers start going off. So you don't want to curse somebody and be around them. You want to be a far enough distance so you can see. You know, I get somebody to report for me, you know, because I may not be around. I might like leave, you know, the vicinity. I'm like, tell me if such and such, what happens to such and such. But you don't want to be right there with them. So, for example, you got a boss that you hate. Souring their lives is going to make them more sour, and they might fire you. That's going to make them more bitter. That's going to make them, I don't believe in do no harm. I'm not a Wiccan, honey. I practice voodoo and I practice hoodoo. I don't believe in that nonsense. I'll harm. Oh, I'll harm you in a minute. Depends on what you do. I'm not a Wiccan. So, what I do, and this is not the same for everybody. This is me. But I find that it works well and it helps me sleep at night. I do divination. I ask my ancestors, I ask my spirits, I ask my saints. If I had $1 for every time I asked them, could I kill somebody, I could at least buy a nice dress. Okay? They've said no. They've only said yes a couple of times. And, well, they've only said yes once. No, twice. But I don't know the results of one of those spells. So, you divine to see what you should be doing, because 9 times out of 10, you really need to be doing magic on yourself. Maybe you should do a prosperity spell or a job search spell so that you can, you know, go and find a better job and not have to deal with a mean, cantankerous boss. Or you can go and get some insubordination, which is boss fix, that will not make your boss suffer, but it'll make your boss nicer. Okay? Oh, here's a Waymaker card. Woo! Mini spell kits going on in the house. You have to figure out ways that will improve your situation. And I don't know about you, but I like to fight. I've thrown bows even in my 40s. I've had fist fights with people in my 40s. I'm not proud of it, but I have. Not lately, though. And not without someone hitting me first. But there's some crazy people in this world. Sometimes you just have to let them know that they're going to get their ass beat. And you're going to hand some hands to them. But even though I like whooping somebody's ass, I don't necessarily like the idea of having to physically put my hands on somebody and hurt them. I would much rather find a way to improve myself. Because in that fight, I messed up my pinky in the last fight. I jammed it where, like, I couldn't straighten it out. You can hurt yourself fucking somebody else up, you know? So I kind of look at it as, well, maybe there's some other things that I can do to more positively handle the situation. Okay? Candle colors are just a matter of color psychology. That's something the colors of magic definitely is African in origin, but if all you have is a white candle, because I'm not going to hold up this spell kit because I don't have a purple candle. Oh, my alarm's telling me I need to go to bed. I'm lying. I'm going to tell them I'm going to bed now. Take the garbage out. I already took the garbage out. See, I'm on it. But I need a white candle. Yeah. I think that's everything for this. Spell card, powder, working roots, cologne, Florida water, bath. Yeah. I'm going to wait till I show you guys. This is so cute. This is so cute. I like you too. I'm glad. I'm a happy person. People talk about me that don't really know me very well because I have a really bad temper. But it takes me a very, very long time to become upset. But then there's some things I just cut off immediately. There's some fuckery that I'm just not going to tolerate. But somebody asked about candles. Yes, candles. I'm giving these as a gift to one of my clients because it's her birthday today. And she asked me to list these. So I have your candles and I have your spell kit and I'm sending you your gift. Colors mean something. You like red, makes you want to eat. So does blue. They Blue Plate Special, that's where they get these things from. Mm-hmm. Psychology. There are certain things that make your mind act a certain way. Jim Carrey's been talking about that a lot lately, and people think that he's lost his mind. But he's talking about how we aren't really us. We're thoughts. We're whatever. That cat, oh God. Do you smell that?
Right under me.
You're disgusting. Ah! That cat, dang. I hate that cat. I hate that cat so much. So, we're not really who we think we are. We are who we think we are. We're not us. We're our thoughts. And our thoughts are caused by something that is not us. And I know that's some really deep stuff to contemplate. I have no idea where I was on that. Oh, candles. That's getting back to this. Colors matter because we say they matter. Okay? So we have been conditioned. We have been conditioned that red is for love. We have been conditioned that green is for money. Blue, actually, I like to use as like power, but I find that most traditional books say it's yeah, I like it for confidence and strength. Mm-hmm. But most books say that this is for like depression and whatever. So I don't really go with that. I haven't found a good connotation for navy blue yet. Light blue, healing. You know, I like to use gray and I like to use silver for protection because it's the color of a bullet. Okay? Right. So brown is traditionally used for court case skills. Gold is going to be used because gold is wealth. But let's think about this. Here's an idea. Gold. Now, gold comes like right up out the earth. What is it about gold that makes it more expensive than silver?
Because we covered it.
Right. Because somebody said it was.
Right.
What makes platinum more expensive than gold?
Diamonds. Yeah.
What makes diamonds, some shit you go dig up out the ground, any better than, say, rhodonite? Rhodonite's more valuable to me. Mm-hmm. But it's the value that we place on this, okay? You know, silver, okay, so silver tarnishes. You can polish it, you know. Vicky said blue for communication.
Silver is also for goddess worship.
Yeah, I like silver. I cannot stand gold. You like gold.
I like gold.
She likes gold bathroom fixtures. I'm like, no, polished chrome. 1980s bathrooms. Colors do something to us because,
and
right,
advertisers have,
and they've capitalized on it.
yeah.
Pink used to be a color for little boys. Pink, boys used to wear dresses up until they were like 3 years old. There, you know, you'd be surprised at things that they've done with gender, say in the 20th century, that wasn't done before. So you have to understand that these things mean something to us because somebody gave them a meaning. Okay? Now, the herbs and roots might be a little bit different. I'm going to tell you why. Because of what they do. I keep trying to tell people that modern medicine is, it's from the earth. Lithium that people take because they have personality disorders and things like that comes from a spring. It's a mineral. Okay? They make lithium crazy water that helps you with your depression. So I'm trying to figure out what else I got to put in here. Ooh, I know what I got to do. Is the heat gun over here?
Should be in the middle drawer.
The middle drawer. Okay. So this is the oil sampler. I got to make the oil. That's what I got to do. This is for the oil sampler, but I think I can use these for those too. We'll find out. So, y'all have to excuse me because I'm trying to get stuff done. What else do we have to... You have to grind that powder. You want to grind that powder? Oh, you brought me the grinder. Okay, y'all going to have to bear with me after I finish this spell kit because I'm going to run the grinder. If y'all want to stay on with me, you can stay on with me. If you don't like the noise, I can't help you. Bye. Anyways. So, things are what they are because we make them what they are, but the things that we use, purple is excellent. Somebody said I think purple for communication with ancestors. I always equate purple with power, royalty. Purple's always been the color of royalty. Somebody gave it that connotation though. Okay, the color purple itself, I don't know if it ever had any power per se that somebody else didn't give to it. But herbs and roots are quite a different story. Because I can say, it is funny, people who don't believe in magic can say this will not open any roads. That the abracamino in here and other herbs, the bay laurel, it ain't going to open a road. Okay, maybe because they don't believe in it, they're not going to use it. You see? They say they don't believe in it, they don't use it. Of course, it doesn't work. But for me, I'll use it and it'll open a road. And the things, this stuff doesn't change. These things don't change over time. We do. So, you know, magic to me is more, I would say, guaranteed than anything. Because the magic and the medicinal purposes of these herbs don't change. They ain't changed for centuries. You know, people don't seem to understand that we've always had medicine. You know, Western medicine just synthesizes the active ingredients out of these natural things. Is this the wrong one? I was like, what is this? You just got me doing a Mr. Gower. Y'all always got me doing some Mr. Gower shit. You know, if y'all have ever seen It's a Wonderful Life where Mr. Gower was about to get a poison to the person, I'm like, this ain't Waymaker. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, where is that? Not the man ain't putting the wrong stuff in the bottle. So anyway, so, you know, the herbs and the roots don't change. Learn the herbs and the roots. Learn what they do. Then learn different types of spells. Then you know how to use the herbs, the right type of herbs, and the right type of spell. That's how you do this. I bought a spell book this weekend. Patty, one of the local witches here, had a lovely spell book for sale. Let me push this back a little bit. She had a lovely spell book for sale, and I bought it. But it is not my intention to do Patty's spells to the letter. Because that's not my magic. But Patty's spells can give me an idea. I mean, that's what people have been doing since the beginning of whatever, is, will you pass me the oil? They've been getting ideas from other people to do their spells. So even if you did learn from Grandma Moses, you're going to do it different than Grandma Moses did it. You're not going to do it the same way she did it. You're going to add some to it, just like my chili recipe. I thought I was really making my chili like my mama, right? I just knew I was making my chili like my mama. My sister bust me out on Facebook. She said, that don't look like mama's chili. I'm like, look, mama taught me how to make this chili. Damn, this mama's chili. It probably wasn't, but it was made in the way that my mother taught me. It was just made by me. So it's going to be different. So, go and try to see things that have been used by people, for a very long time. I like Judica Isles' book, The 5,000 Spells, but I don't go in there and grab a spell and do it. I go in there and get inspiration. Then I go and I look at all the different herbs and roots in that spell, and I see, are these really going to work? Are they going to work within my tradition? Are these going to work for the type of spell I want to do? Maybe I want to make somebody shut up, but maybe I don't want to make them shut up and die. There's a difference. So you have to figure out how to use it for yourself. When you figure out how to use it for yourself, then now you have created your own magic. So, for example, you buy products from me. Well, yeah, you're going to use my recipe, but you're going to do it in your spell. You're going to make your spell, so therefore that becomes yours. Will you see if there's a mini? Did we put it back? Did I put it back? No. The mini labels. You always putting something in a chair. You know I'm blind. She always, where is it? It's in the chair. I can't see through the table. I'm psychic. I ain't Superman.
That's correct.
Yes. And I put it back.
It
Oh, really? Oh, because I'm just sitting here talking shit. This is what happens when you got a one-track mind and you have been a hippie your entire life and you've smoked way too much weed. Yeah, this is what happens. Stay away from drugs, kids. Stay away from drugs. No, weed's a healer, though. I'm joking. Weed ain't never killed nobody. Weed's from the earth. Puff, puff, give shit. But, handle your business first. There's some people that get so high they can't do nothing. Take care of your business. You know what? I don't know why this little label don't want to work, but I'm going to need another one. I ain't putting oil on the outside. Wait a minute. It just acted funny. Maybe it'll work. Nope. I need another one. Let me just, sticky all around it and, take up whatever is on here, because sometimes labels don't want to work. This is what I do. Y'all want to wonder what I do to fill your orders. This is what I sit here and do. And my friends help me do it, too. So I make up all the mixtures and all the oils, and then we sit up, talk shit, and put all the stuff together. So yes, and if you have an ailment, especially one that prohibits you from eating, that ruins your appetite, by all means get high. Move to a state where it's legal. Just get high. What Kat say? This is not going to work. This is just not going to work. So we're going to have to put some tape on it. I don't know. I don't have oil on the outside of this bottle. So, I don't know. It's not going to work. We're just going to sit here for a minute. Come on. These damn things are a pain in the butt, but I think they're so cute. Look at that. Isn't it cute? I don't know if we can't focus it. It's so cute. But let's see if the label stays on. And heat gun.
Middle drawer.
Middle drawer. So, what other questions do you all have? Edibles, yeah. MS. Oh, she got MS. She definitely should be getting high. I just don't even understand. Martell Williams. Yeah.
And he said that's what he does.
I love being in California. The weed people come, and they got a briefcase, and they got Star Crunch and Rice Krispie treats. I had weed Kool-Aid. Now, y'all can ask the people I went to PantheaCon with in 2014 about the Chex Mix that I had. Unfortunately, that Chex Mix was supposed to be a 3-day supply, and no one told me. So I ate it all. Oh, I thought I was seeing a bright light. It was great. But, you can't die. You can't die. I don't think it's legal in Omaha. Is it legal in Omaha? Aren't you in Omaha? I don't know. But there are some things that can hurt you. Oh, yes, there are some things. One of the people just said, I don't believe that there are things that can hurt you unless you let it. I'm sorry. Crack hurts. It hurts immediately. Heroin, immediately. because not only do you get really, really high, you get dependent immediately. There are a lot of things that hurt you. Abusive people, toxic situations. Sometimes you can let them. Sometimes it's not your fault. Right, and that's the thing is sometimes people get in toxic situations and it's not their fault. And sometimes it takes them a long time to get out, and some of them don't never get out. I am never ever going to blame somebody that is in a toxic situation they can't get out. I think that's probably one of the most disgusting things you could possibly do with somebody who's shrooms. I don't know. Ain't no shrooms hurting. Please, man. Oh man, shrooms. My gardener offered to hook me up. Shrooms, no. LSD, you can have some residuals from LSD. My former college roommate used to do it, and she said one day she was standing up there at the student center. You know, it's so funny because to get a job at the student center, you had to be like poly purebred. You had to know somebody at the university. And this hippie ass girl worked at the student center. And she said that one day she was up there waiting on some people and their faces started to melt because she was having LSD re-trips. That's the gift that keeps giving, is LSD. So, but there are, you know, I don't advise people just start wilding out on different types of drugs. And if you can't smoke weed because it's illegal where you are, or you can't do it because of your job, don't do it. But like Kat said, by all means, if you can do it, do it. But if, you know, you got to hold on to your job. And, you know, yes, we were talking about LSD. We're talking about all kinds of things because I'm trying to, hey, Tiff, how you doing? We're talking about all kinds of things, but there are things that can hurt you. Okay, y'all got to give me a second because this is how I seal my bottles. So y'all get to watch production. Woo! So I like, okay, and I'm going to tell you, most people that sell Conjure products don't shrink wrap them. I know that. But I got like OCD issues. I seriously do. And I got like tampering issues. Like I don't, like somebody at one of my retailers, and I'm not going to say which retailer did this, sold a sample to somebody who came in looking for one of my oils. A half-used sample. And I lost it. Because first of all, no. You don't sell used Conjure products. Secondly, everybody put their hands on that. Everybody's energy is on that bottle. People put it, you know how folks are. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to be real honest, but I don't see black people do this very often. But non-black people will be up in a store with a sample like it's theirs and putting it, you know, black folks, we don't do that. We get, you know, we want the Q-tip or something like that. We don't want, and I'm sorry, you don't do that. Okay, so you don't want stuff that everybody's touched. So when you get it, I want to make sure that you know that ain't nobody touched it but me or one of my witches who helped me out. So that's why I shrink wrap stuff. And also, it's because I have a packaging addiction, okay? There's a lot of things that I feed through being a store owner. I love packaging. I love pretty things. I love perfume. I love herbs. I love roots. I like oils. I like all kinds of cool packaging. And so I make new products just so I can put, yes, I always go 2 or 3 items back and grab the one, right. You know, because I went to get carrots today. And they talking about some October 9th. And I'm like, bitch, how long these been on the shelf? Carrots last a really long time in the fridge. October 9th, shit, watch I eat them unless they go bad. You know, you can smell them until they go bad, whatever. But yeah, so what I want to do is when you guys, and plus I'm mailing stuff to you. So when I'm mailing stuff to you, I want to make sure it gets to you. And I mail most of my stuff. And it's BigLizConjure.com, Joe. I requoted you today about, what is that, stupid food? Learn how to do stupid food, fighting stupid people. I think that was Joe. BigLizConjure.com. So I want to make sure that when you get stuff from me, you know ain't nobody else had their paws on it. So there's a couple of people whose orders are behind, and that's because I ran out of shrink wrap. Because I don't know if you all have taken any looks at some of my pictures on Instagram. We've made probably 400 bottles of oil this past few months. So ran out of shrink wrap for the oil. Thank you, KT. Hey, Tanisha. That's my sister witch, Tanisha. So here we go. You all have sat here and kind of sort of watched me do this. This is my miniature spell kit. Now, if I had purple no, orange. We have orange. This is Waymaker. Do we have orange?
It's on the list.
Oh, it is. It's on the list. Okay, so a white candle will service you if you have to, like in my case, get this order out. Color, psychology, it is important, okay? We do react to color. But if you don't have any other candle, use white. If you're cursing, use black, always. But there are colors for everything in between. And if you got them, you got them. If you don't, you don't. You know, you shouldn't make, no, he didn't. No, he didn't, Izzy. She said she had a guy open the water, stick his nose in it. She made him buy it. I had this dude, I was at Culver's, and I'm diabetic, so I said, you know, is that a diet pop? And he opened it, and he stuck his face. I put it back. Dog, no. It's just like this could not speak. I was like, no, you didn't put your face in my drink. You might as well just suck out the straw to find out what it was. Are you kidding me? The fuck wrong with you? I'm telling you, there's just no home training. People are just trifling. I've had a couple trifling people come here to my house for a root work 201, and you just be like, your mama didn't teach you nothing. It's horrible. Izzy, I'm glad you made that sucker buy that bottle of water. I saw somebody in the grocery store, and I took a picture of it. I gotta find this picture. Added on my mundane profile. Well, these two men were in. They were obviously lovers, and one dude had his hand down the back of his partner's pants in the grocery store. Now, this has nothing to do with the fact that they're gay. This has the fact to do with he had his hand in the crack of somebody's ass in the grocery store. And I'm like, if he pulls his hand out of his pants and touches anything on these shelves, I'm calling the police. That was the same day that I went to the bathroom and there was some dirty drawers on the floor in the grocery store. It was bad. I was just like, why, God? Why? Why? Universe just be messing with me because they know better. But yes, don't be nasty. Be nasty, at home. There's a lot of stuff that I do in my privacy when this bra comes off. Shit, but I'm not gonna do that on Facebook. I'm like, no. Just don't do it. Don't be nasty in public. Jesus. So anyways, so this is my miniature spell kit, and it's because I like itty bitty things, because I do miniatures as a hobby. Well, I used to have a hobby before I became a root worker. And when I became a root worker, them titties gotta breathe. I don't even know why I still have my bra on, and if I was not on Facebook Live, I actually could take my bra off without even lifting my shirt, but I'm not gonna do that for y'all. But in any case, before I became a root worker, I built a dollhouse, and it's over here, and I'll show it to you guys one day. There's probably some pictures online of my dollhouse, and I plan to finish it. I'm going to finish my dollhouse this winter, because I got the wiring in. All I got to do is decorate. Paint the walls, put in the furniture, put in the staircase. So, yeah. So I started practicing root work, and my internship was at the voodoo store, and I basically lived in their house for 2 years. And put the dollhouse down. And some changes happened in my life. I had a death in my family. And I went back and did some more work. In fact, I repainted it and put numbers on it and did a lot of things that I hadn't done to it. But I like miniature things. So I like look. And I done sealed it up without the itty bitty bottle. Look at this oil bottle. Isn't this cute? They're pain. I'm just going to tell you. I'm glad. I like to laugh. They're so little, and they are a pain to do, but it's just so cute. I can't help myself. So if you order a miniature spell kit from me, and I don't remember how much they are. I think they're under like 25? 25? Real? I thought they were 35.
Well, that's what we told them for.
I think we're wrong. Can you check the website? Because 25, shit. Y'all seen how long it took me to put together the kit? So you got the little bitty, I don't know, 25 might be okay. But the large one, well, that's super big. That's 75 because those things are huge. But in the large one, you get a 7-day candle. You get a full water. You get a full oil. You get a mini water. You get a full oil. Or you get a cologne. So in the miniature spell kit, you get an itty bitty bottle of oil. I also sell these in my samplers. Yes, laughter is the best thing. Why am I sweating like a stuck pig? Can you hold the button? You get a candle. Usually in the proper color, but unfortunately all I had for this one was white. I would normally use orange and road opener, Waymaker. This is cologne, so you get a little cologne bottle, okay? And then you get this cute, you get this 33, okay? So they're $33, that's a reasonable price. Then you get this little dime bag of weed. There's my best friend, hi bestie. That's my best friend Dia. No. You're going to get, all right, November, excellent. You're going to get a little dime bag of working roots. You're not going to get weed. Don't ever think you're going to get weed from me. Not for free. And then you get, now I give you a nice big bag of the bath salts. I think you can get, I'm greedy. I ain't even going to lie. I put a lot of herbs in here. I didn't put, probably should have put a little bit more salt in here, but I like this customer. She's a sweetheart. I met her a few weeks ago in Detroit. You get a little bag of and you know, you can see how it fits up against my hand, up against my face, of bath salts. I could probably get 2 baths out of here, but I'm greedy, so I'll get 1 bath out of it. And then you get a little vial of Florida water, so you consecrate your altar. Pineapple Express, pineapples. And then, and I'm unpacking this whole damn thing for them. And then you get this little bag of sachet powder. And then you get, if I've written the spell, because sometimes I don't have a spell written, and I got to get the order to you. But most of the time, you're going to get a spell card with a spell that I wrote. So, and that's not so you do the spell, you recite the spell as I wrote it, which is what I got on here to talk about anyway, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Been around the world, you get inspiration. I've heard that my Florida water is legendary. That's some cool shit. Look, let me tell y'all something, for real. I'm gonna be real for real. People, first of all, when they sit up and they tell you that they don't like the admiration of other people, they're lying. I don't know a single person, unless there's something mentally wrong with them, some people do have mental illness, doesn't like praise. In fact, I think that praise fuels people. I think that praise, we're taught that as educators, that positive reinforcement is always going to work better than negative reinforcement. I don't tell my kid no that much. And my friends laugh because I'd be like, when you coming home? She'd be like, when I get ready. But before I can get on the phone and call her and ask her where she is, I'll look on my phone and it's like Uber is picking you up. She'll be on her way home. Because I haven't spent my whole life telling her, no, 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 no. Oh, sometimes I blush because sometimes folks just be over the top. This one man came up to our table in Detroit and thought Shadow was me. I just love you so much. And Shadow was like, but I'm not Liz. And she's got this sweet little voice. And she's like, I'm not Liz. But it's really cool, but it is a little mind-blowing, y'all, you know, with the whole fandom stuff, because I'm just like, I'm making roots. I'm doing what I love. This is good to me. This is fun to me. And yeah, the money that I make helps me to travel and to do things with my life that I would not have done before if I didn't do this. And it helps me help other people too, which is the most important thing. So, you know, when you guys come to me and you treat me like this rock star, it's really cool. It's not going to my head though, and it can be a little embarrassing. But it's never a bad thing. So when people tell you that that makes them feel self-conscious, well, they need to do some work on them, because they need to do some work on them, because I really enjoy when people like what I do. Otherwise, why do it? You know, first of all, you got to like it. Okay. So if, you know, a lot of people have a fascination with magic. They learn and they learn how to make a spell, and it just resonates with them, and they really start digging magic. But there's been this thing the last few years is, oh, I love my rainbow skull. It's over here and by the window. I'm trying to figure what kind of fuckery I'm going to put in it. I don't know yet, because it's a skull, so, you know, I'm going to put something special in there. So, you do what you're doing. That's funny. The root work rock star. It's hilarious. You do what you're doing because you love it. You do what you're doing because you get something out of it, because it is your passion. That's the first reason why you do. My bedtime reminder. Keep trying to tell me to go to bed. I ain't going to bed. But then the next thing is, you know, people think, oh, now that I'm doing magic, everybody has a conjure business, so I'm going to be a conjure worker. Understand that not everybody's going to be a conjure worker. That's not everybody's talent. I can't sing. I can't dance. And I've hated that fact all my life, because, well, I'd probably be the biggest hoe out there. Oh, man. I'd have made Whitney Houston look bad. Because I'd have been like a combination of Whitney Houston, Amy, what's her name? Winehouse. What's her name? God, Courtney Love. I would have been, Janis Joplin was my hero growing up. So it was probably a very good idea that I didn't have any talent to speak of, because I'd been burnt by now. My candle would have been in the wind. Let's just put it like that. I think that I would have been a foolish clown, and the people who know me in real life would probably be like, yeah, she'd be dead by now, because I like living life like, you know, the wheels are gonna fall off. But I can't afford drugs, so I don't do them. I like to eat more than, you know, those types of things. And besides, that stuff kills you. So you want to do stuff that moves you. You want to do stuff in magic that makes you feel good. So when you start doing magic, don't let the first reason why you're going to do a spell be because you want to curse somebody. Especially somebody that you're going to be in close proximity to. Okay? That should be, and I'm not do no harm. I harm. Trust me, I harm. Okay? Night night. Night, Denise. Denise, I'll get with you. Hey, Zach. So I don't believe in do no harm, but what I do believe in is do you. That's probably the best thing. That I can go further by taking care of me and making myself do right. You going to bed, dear? You going to bed already? You just got here. I was saying goodnight to somebody else. But I can do better by getting myself further than to hurt somebody else. I just can. It just makes more sense. And I'm also more in control of that. I'm more in control of my destiny than I am someone else's. Girl, you know what? Yeah, you got to go punch the clock. I know. All right, go to bed. Call me tomorrow. Bye. Anyway, I got to shrink wrap this, y'all. I hate shrink wrapping cologne bottles. But I'm getting real good. Look. Ooh. Do you know how many of these shrink wrap sleeves I have wasted shrink wrapping cologne bottles? But yes. So, all right. I don't even know where the rest of these orders are. We got to grind up. Oh, we got to grind up stuff. So, now I'm getting ready to do sachet powder. And y'all can just stay on here with me all I'm going to be up. What time is it? And why am I so hot? I'm sweating like a crackhead.
11 o'clock.
Okay, I'm going to bed at 11:30. Argument happening now. Are people allowed to defend themselves from crap? You better. I call it CPR. Talk about it in every single one of my magic classes. Cleanse, C. Protect, P. Reverse, R. Now, see, if somebody ain't on no fuck shit, ain't nothing to reverse, right? So, CPR. You ain't got to do no divination. You ain't got to ask no permission to do CPR. Boy, you know what? I'm about laugh because you know people would get sued now for giving people CPR.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
So, there have been people who have been sued for giving someone CPR. But give CPR to yourself. Cleanse, protect, reverse. Make that your weekly magical pattern. As a matter of fact, do that as a beginning practitioner. Cleanse, protect, reverse. Okay? And then don't believe everything you say, because there was this one video where this girl was talking about how she felt this man like violated her sexually because he gave her CPR when she was drowning, and it was a joke, but she looked dead serious, and the internet was in an uproar because this woman was talking about how this man violated her by giving her CPR. She was just being a jerk, and seeing how many jerks would fall for it. Okay, where is Read Your Ass? Oh, I thought that said rise up. Ooh, it might be bedtime. Where's the flower?
Where did you?
Oh, I left it on the counter.
Okay.
So, here's a little lesson. Yeah, you tried to save my life. I'm going to sue you. And can you please hit the down button on the air conditioner?
Okay.
What is going on in here? Is this real life? Maybe I'm having hot flashes, which then means I need to go and get black snake root off of my shelf, which is black cohosh. It's hot in here, and I got central air, and I just work way too hard to be sitting up here sweating like a drug addict. So I'm going to take about, I would say, 1/3 roots in a regular coffee grinder, okay? And I wish this was smell-o-vision. Oh, that's nice. This is my psychic enhancement mixture. Read Your Ass for filth. Because I got this from my best friend. Okay. Hey, Nija. Happy birthday. Somebody gonna get it. Yeah, I know, girl. I'll talk to you later. Anyways, so, and then you can use a natural. Yeah, look, let me tell you something, boo-boo. I got princess taste. And wasn't no way in the world I was buying a house without central air and without a wood-burning fireplace, because a witch needs a fireplace. And I'm not about that sweat life. I gave up window air conditioners with vintage apartments. I'm too old for that. I'm approaching half century. I'm too old for that. I work real hard, so, I get what I get. That's the thing, I'm not a Christian, so I don't have to worry about being meek, mild, and humble. I like nice things, and I'm going to work for nice things, and central air is a necessity. Now, have I not had it at periods of my life? Hell yeah, that's why I make sure I have it now. I wonder if I have a big spoon in here. Let me tell y'all, some of the best friends you can have is 1/4 teaspoons. They're really good when you're doing things in root work. But because I'm doing a lot of powder, I am going to use a tablespoon. And I'm going to use a couple tablespoons in here. And this is rice flour. Some people use arrowroot powder. And unfortunately, some people may use talc. But don't use talc. Okay? Talc is known and attributed to ovarian cancer. So use something. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you all about this. You can get this on Amazon for like $10. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about this grinder and why it's been one that I've used since I became a root worker, and when I had to go buy more because I have 4 of these now. When I had to buy more for my students, I went and got it again. I'm gonna show you why in just a second. So let me close this. Always close the flour. I spill things. I'm clumsy. So, okay. So you lock it on up. Why I love this grinder is because, let me plug it in. I got this old bootleg extension cord that doesn't want to hold the plug in. Hold the plug in. So I'm going to have to hold the extension cord in my lap and pray I don't die. Because the extension cord in my lap. So now you've seen this thing light up. So I can control and say how many cups. And so if I'm going to put this on the lowest setting because it's going to finely ground it because it's looking for all the roots in the bottom rather than if I was grinding a whole 10 cups of coffee. And you can adjust this to fine, medium, and coarse. So I'm going to set it for fine. So y'all might want to turn your sound down because I'm getting ready to grind this. And the way you can tell your sachet powder is done is when you stop hearing that click, 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 click sound. Because then if you don't hear that, you just hear whirring. That means that all your herbs and your roots are finely ground. So, now I'm going to click, click, click. What you do to this stuff? So you hear that click? Let's see. What I'll do is this. Don't open it. Don't open it. I'll shake it up. I'll pick it up. Let's make a martini. Now, if you've ever premature opened your powders and choked on them, you might want to do sit, like Merlin. You know what? It's nice. It's not completely ground, but I don't think it's strong enough. Here, smell this. I think I got more roots in there. It's nice. More roots. That's what I thought. Now, one of the things that's excellent about sachet powders is that this is magic that is really easy to hide. So you don't want it to be really white. You want it to be more the color of the earth. Yes, ejaculation. You want it to be more the color of the earth, and you see the roots and the herbs that we're working with. This is weed your ass for filth. These are psychic herbs. And so you want it to blend in with the environment. So think about this. Like even if you took some insubordination to work, right? Most work carpet is what color? Tan or gray. The color of herbs, roots, and dirt. So you want to make sure that whatever you're throwing mixes in your environment. That's the easiest way to fix somebody because they never ever see it coming. Y'all wonder why they used to have the chickens out in the front yard in black folks' homes. It wasn't because black folks was country. It was because those chickens was out there scratching up that foot track magic, and that's why we use chicken foot charms. So, here we go again. Oh, speaking of chicken foot charms, let me show you what's coming to the website, Boo Boo. And then to her own website. This is Shadow's Chicken Feet. Now, I love this one. If you see this skull has a rose in its mouth. And so, in voodoo, skulls represent our sacred dead, which is Gade. And they are also our protectors. So that chicken foot scratches out that foot track magic that is possibly tossed or thrown with this dust. So she paints these different colors for, maybe different purposes.
With the oils.
Yeah. You mix protection oil in the paint, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then you're going to put an oil with these?
Yeah.
And she's going to send an oil with these. So she mixes protection oil in the paint. And then, do you have any with crystals? Are you doing crystals?
Yeah, we'll have some with crystals.
Yeah. And then the feathers are nice. We're going to get those black hen feathers.
Yeah.
That's good. These are your nice foul feathers, but we're going to get black hen feathers because you can take this with you to the cemetery and dust yourself off on the way out. And you know me, I'm ignorant. I'm going to wear it right like this. Come at me, bro. Come at me. So, 20, right?
25.
25.
With the oil.
Oh, yeah, with the oil. With the oil. It's 25. So you're going to get protection oil. You're going to get this. And it's real sweet. And you can hang it at your front door.
And they're in a lot of colors.
And they're going to come in a lot of colors.
Abundance.
Abundance of colors. And I like hanging this stuff on my front door. I like messing with people because they don't know what it is. They see all kind of crazy stuff hanging. And when they come in here and they don't know what it is. But, yeah. So that's coming. She's been working on them for so long. Like, yes, girlfriend, and as I told you tonight, you better read like a beast. I don't care what anybody told you. If somebody told you that reading was not cool or being smart wasn't black, you need new friends, okay? Read. So let me put some more of these roots in here. I'm making sachet powder. And I gotta keep working. Do you have another grinder for book memo?
I couldn't find the other lid. Where are the other two?
you know what? I could find the thing. I'm going to tell you, and you probably can't do it. It probably fell off and went to the back. So like if you want to get a long spoon, I bet you the lids to the grinders fell off of the top of the grinders and are in the back of the cabinet. Which means I went to IKEA tonight. I wish somebody lived here so y'all could come and help me get this heavy ass bookcase out of my car and help me put it together. Because I think that's something we're gonna have to put on these shelves. Or at least put them on the shelves downstairs. But I'm not trying to run downstairs every time I need a grinder. So I don't know. You hear that click, 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 click? That means that there are still roots in here that are not ground. So remember, I put this on fine. I get it at the lowest setting. And I'm going to just kind of shake it. Be careful if you're making your own powders. So let me tell you a little bit about why you would want to make your own powders instead of maybe buying one from me. You could buy the working roots from me, right? But only you have your ancestors' graveyard dirt. So you could take your ancestors' graveyard dirt. You could put your herbs and the roots in it. You could put the arrowroot powder, rice flour, whatever in it, and be charging it, doing your spell as you're grinding it up. And you don't have to be all fancy, smancy, electric. You can use a mortar and pestle. I ain't about that life. I'm gonna use a grinder. But sometimes when I'm doing a spell, yeah, I'm gonna have to. Because it's about my intention. It's about the work that I'm putting into it. But when you're gonna be doing the work and I'm making a product, I'm gonna grind it. And I'm just tired of this stuff clicking. Listen to it. It's like, don't shake me. And sometimes, yes, get rid of them talc powders. Talc causes ovarian cancer. If you're going to make any type of powder, and you have to understand, these sachet powders, while they are specifically designed for magic, doesn't mean that that's what you have to do with them. For example, now y'all know black folks always, these roots, look, I'm going to pick out a couple of these because ancestor contact, we ain't done that one yet.
What?
We've done astral projection, we've done psychic enhancement, but we have not done an ancestor mix yet.
Okay.
We need to put some ground crystals in that one. Those ancestor crystals you've been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That might cost you a little bit. Okay? And I don't have one.
What?
I don't have an ancestor contact. You know what? And this is because, I don't know, because I'm just really in touch with the spirits of my family. Constantly. Because the spirits of my family are probably the reason why I'm a root worker now, because they never stop coming. They never stop showing up. Okay? So I never really, and it's sad because I kind of took that for granted. I've always been able to speak to my ancestors. It's taken me a long time to work with my the spirits of my religion, as I should be. That's a growing type of thing. But I've always had a working relationship with my ancestors. So yeah, sometimes a stubborn ancestor is not one you want to work with. Remember, we don't want to coerce our spirits into doing things. If they don't come ready and willing, I'm not really one for trying to bargain with them and get them to do stuff. I'm like that with real people. Well, like live people, non-spirit entities. I'm not about that. If you don't want to do something for me, peace, love you, keep it moving, and I'll find somebody else to do it for you. And then when you see how I jam and jazz up their altar, don't be mad. You be hating, like, man, they got a nice altar. See, but if you had done that for me, I'd hooked you up. See? But now think about this. Black folks all the time putting baby powder in the bed, in their bra, whatever. This is where these powders come from. We have just gotten, just like with church, we have gone from all of these iterations of God, all of these amazing, beautiful spirits, just to one God, one Son, one Holy Spirit. And, you know, if that works for you, that's great. But there are religions that are so much older than that. And most of them do believe in a supreme God. And they believe that the spirits are aspects of that God. So what happens is, as things have become simplified in our religious beliefs, so have they become in our housekeeping. So now we put baby powder, which is in our bed sheets. But back in the day, and then see, white folks call this aromatherapy, y'all. So if you're wondering about what root work is and what they call it aromatherapy, we call it root work. This powder here I make, Peaceful Home Powder. It's on the website. This is herbs and roots and essential oils that aid in sleep. They also aid in relief from nightmares. Okay? You got to think about all the Western medicine sleep aids that they make. They got to start somewhere. Let's stop and think about the Johnson's baby bath. About 15 years ago, when my daughter was coming into this world, they decided that they were going to start doing lavender baby bath. And everybody's like, ooh, lavender, like it was something new. Now, I'm going to tell you, my kid, you bathed her in that, it was like crack. She wasn't trying to go to sleep. You bathed her in the lavender. She's like, hey, what's happening? But once we started using real stuff, real lavender, she knocks out. So, and you can, you know, learn how to make it yourself or buy it from, you know, somebody reputable like myself. But that's Peaceful Home Powder. So all of the sachet powders are used to either dress yourself, dress your clothing. Like, for example, you go in to get a job. On My Grind is a formulation that I've made with herbs or roots that are good luck for finding a job. Okay, they have traditionally been that way. And there are different things in them medicinally that would be good for you as you're job hunting. And so what you're going to do is you could put that on your resume, dust it up, and then knock the dust off. And when the person, because you still do bring a paper resume in when you come for the interview, when they pick it up, they're smelling that. They're touching that. They're feeling that. Okay? You can put the get a job on my grind herbs or ground. I would suggest that you grind them and use sachet powder in your shoes. Then your feet smell good and you are walking into your destiny. Jezebel is going to make me hurt her, y'all. Jezebel, get off of the desk. I can't stand that kid. So anyways, so yeah. So let me show you. I don't know. I'm hoping to show you. Yeah, I can show you. Look at this. This is a little white, but it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see that? Let me see. But this would actually, I mean, it's really light because it looks more like sand. Now it's telling me to rotate my phone because it's not working. But anyway, it's more like a light colored sand. You want something that looks like it's part of the environment. Don't put, now see, look, this is what happens when you don't tap the top before you take it off. It ends up all over your hands. But, and then, you know, this is nice. This is psychic powder. So, you know, if it was something for baneful use, I probably wouldn't be like just wiping it everywhere. But this is harmless. This is actually good for you. I'll probably have some really good dreams tonight. But you want something that's going to look more like the environment. So now here comes the fun part. Where's the funnel?
The red one?
Yeah. Is it dirty?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got a big one back here. Oh, yes, I do. So you got to get, and this is going to be fun. This is not really going to be easy. You got to get the powder into the jar. So usually I use a bigger funnel. Or you can use a clean piece of paper. If you're funneling into something larger, you can use a canning funnel. So when I do my root mixture in a bowl, I'll use the canning funnel to put it into a mason jar. Okay? But this is not, this ain't gonna fit. Look at this. This ain't gonna work. See, I use a smaller funnel, and so it's gonna take a bit of patience. And that's another thing people don't talk about when it comes to magic. They don't talk about patience. They don't talk about how long some of this stuff takes to work. You know, they say good things come to those who wait. So because this is a powder, I'm going to remove any large pieces of debris and just gonna tap this down, although this might end up driving me mad. We'll see. But I can talk to y'all while I put this down into the jar. So that allows me to get any sticks or anything that's not going to be powder out of it. And then these are, and now you see I make these in small batches because I can probably get 2 or 3 sachet powders out of this. So I'm just going to sit here, and usually we, you know, chit-chatting just like we doing now. But I usually have a much bigger funnel. I'm just hot, and I'm tired, and it's dirty, and it's in the kitchen, and I'm not going to get it. So, do you guys have any questions? I made like one product since I sat here. I'm going to have to like have everything like laid out in front of me before I get on the phone. But, let's see, like stuff like this. This is not this, and it probably isn't going to crunch because you guys saw this is anise star is in this, so which is different than anise seed. So you see that there's some pieces here that are not. I'm going to move back a little bit. There's some pieces here that are not going to go into the powder, which is fine. I mean, I ground this up pretty much as I could, and I'm just going to stick it here in the bottle. And anything that doesn't go down the funnel, I'm going to take out. And I might even put it in my mortar and pestle and grind it up. And then put it in there when I'm done. So I can just tap it, and put it in there. So, a formula for vivid dreams. Yeah, there is, the one you make. So, this one here will help you. Read Your Astral Filth can help you with psychic powers and dreamings, but the Infinity and Beyond is for astral projection. But you know, there are certain things for vivid dreams that are in this and that are in other formulas that I have. But you know what? I need to make a dream formula, but I couldn't come up with a name. I kept saying "Dream a Little Dream," but that's somebody else's. So I have to come up with a dream formula name. Because I don't ever want to make something I don't have a name for. But there should be something for psychic dreams. Because the one we make, Infinity and Beyond, which is also somebody else's. But anyways, Infinity and Beyond is the same. Is for astral projection. But psychic, there are different mixes. Look at what you do in a psychic, a dream mix. Mugwort, wormwood. Do you use wormwood? You want a psychedelic dream? I like vivid. Well, she said vivid. Wormwood. Anise, star anise, not anise seed. That's some things. So what you have to do is you're gonna have to go and look. You're gonna have to go. This really didn't crunch up. What is this? That's star.
Hibiscus? Oh,
hibiscus, maybe. Yeah,
that's
maybe.
hard. That was because I tried to break some with my hands.
Yeah, they're no fun. Yeah. So what you want to do is, I always start with in the concordances of my herb. Am I familiar with carton? Tracy, are you new here? Am I familiar with cartomancy? You funny. Look, I read playing cards. I got powder on my nose like a cokehead. I read Lenormand. I read tarot. I read playing cards. I read oracle cards. I read your mama's cards. I read your daddy's cards. I read cards. What are you talking about? I just got through teaching a 6-week playing card class. You new here. And do I do cartomancy? Yes, I do cartomancy. Hi, Tamara. I'm doing good. Yes, I love cartomancy, and so that I like to use the Read Your Ass for Filth oil when I'm getting ready to do a reading, because it is made specifically, and this is the sachet powder that I'm using, which is excellent. When people talk about doing things with your cards, I've heard about dumb fools like getting water on their cards, trying to cleanse their cards. Yeah, ruin their decks because they don't know what the hell they're doing, because somebody told them they had to cleanse their cards. So instead of, yes, you might want to take my class. Am I familiar with cartomancy? You funny. Anyways. So, what was I talking about? Yes, People don't understand what it means to cleanse their cards, okay? But you want to charge your cards? Put them through some of this. In fact, they'll shuffle easy. Remember back in the day, you play spades? They would put baby powder on the cards to keep them from sticking. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I bet you used to do that with regular reading cards as well. Because playing cards were divination cards before they were a game. What on earth? Okay. So in any case, you can run your cards through a sachet powder. You can dress your underwear with a sachet powder. In fact, you can put sachet powder underneath sachet paper in your drawer and keep your things smelling nice. So I have Ever After, which is for, a marriage proposal, Bring Me Bae, Nose Opener. Any of those would be great in your underwear drawers, ladies. In the black. If you have a business and your business is not making good washing their cards, they did. Somebody did it. When I first started practicing, somebody was talking about how they cleanse their cards, and nobody told them that they weren't supposed to use water. Their paper, y'all. And they messed up their cards. They messed up their cards because we have 13 herb cleansing that you can get the powder. You can use smoke, crystals. Don't wet your cards, people. Don't wet your cards. For me, all I do is pass them over the incense or the candle between clients and shuffle them. Shuffling, because that was another thing. My mentors got mad at me because I shuffle my cards like you shuffle cards. And they're like, oh, no, you're going to mess up the cards. I'm like, look, for me, shuffling them takes that energy from the previous reading out of them. And you're disturbing. That's like an energy disturbance. So you're breaking that up. That's the way I envision it. When Palo Santo, yes ma'am, I was burning my hair last night. My daughter was like, what is that smell? Because I burned my hair and then I followed it up with Palo Santo. Don't ever do that inside again. Like, she paid the mortgage. I'm like, you must have forgot who your mama is, girl. I'm going to be burning a whole bunch of stuff. Get used to it. You got 3 more years. Then you go off and tell somebody else what to do. So, yes, normally I would not take this long putting a powder in a jar. Do we have some white paper? Because I'm so tired. I'm probably going to go to bed now. But anyway, so, you guys have any questions before I say goodnight? Because I'm going to bed, y'all. I got a few things done. It works really well when you just tap it, but I know that's kind of irritating for you all to have to hear. So I'm going to go so I can very quickly get the rest of this powder into this shaker so that I can get, oh yeah, we need the tins. Might as well go ahead and do that. So, somebody ordered a sachet powder. Now, I put shrink wrap on these, and I put a sticker over it that says, open this carefully. Why? Because I'm not cheap. So, when you get a sachet powder from me, it will be full. Okay? So, I'm just going to take this out of the electronic apparatus and move this over here to the side. So I'll get a smaller spoon so I don't make a mess and put the sachet powder into one of the tins. So I fill the tins, okay? So make sure that when you're opening any type of powder, that you are making sure that you're standing over something. I would open it over paper. That way, if, here's a big stick of something. What is that? Is it hibiscus? Oh, yeah. Purslane, yeah. So, if you are standing over something, I always do stuff over stuff because I'm always spilling stuff. But then, if you do something over something, it catches it. Do it over something clean. Like those sticks and stuff I put on the table. I'm not going to use those. I'm going to throw those away. And so then I will just put it in and smooth it out. But it is to the top of the rim because, I'm charging you for this. And so I want to make sure you have enough to do your magic. So when you get a sachet powder, or anything that comes in one of these tins, you will always see a please open carefully sticker on this. You have the oils over there? Here. No, Mom. No, read your ass. Read your ass.
I gave that. Did I give it back to you?
You gave me back the Conjure oil labels?
You want a Conjure oil label?
Yeah, there. Yeah. Because are they ordering anything else where I would have to differentiate between the sachet powder and the Conjure oil or anything like that?
No.
Well, then you can use. Then you can just. It's just 2 powders. Then you just want to use those labels. I mean, I will make sachet powder labels, but since the oil labels are fine because that's all they ordered was powders. There won't make no difference. I'm trying to like conserve here and use up all of those old ones before we start with the new ones. I'm being kind to the environment. Trying to. Did you guys know that you have a choice? You can order your sachet powders from me either in a tin, or you can save $1 and get them in a bag because the tins are reusable. So say you order a sachet powder, you use it all up, keep the tin because then you can order it in a bag and it's also lighter to ship. So your shipping costs will be less. Depending, because if it's just one item, it's always like $2, $3, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, just make sure that you're picking the right option. You pick a tin or a bag. You don't choose both, okay? So, but if you choose the refill option, it's going to come in a plastic bag. And as you see, I'm picking out the larger pieces. Yes, I love the tins. Keep the tins. Be kind to the earth. Don't throw them away. You can even wash them. So say, for example, you do Waymaker because you want to open the roads for some opportunities, right? And then you get the opportunity, so you want to make some in the black because now that you've got the opportunity for a business, you want the business to be a success. Wash the tin and then just order the refill because then you're not messing up the environment with all this packaging. So,
on the back.
Yes, ma'am. And even though I do love packaging, I recycle everything. In my house, my recycling bin is twice the size of my garbage can. So, I try that. Just be kind. Like they used to say, be kind and rewind back in the days of tapes. Be kind and recycle. Okay? Be good to the earth. Because, we won't have no trees at the rate that we're going. Well, the earth is mad. The earth is swallowing up folks in sinkholes and flooding us out like Noah's Ark. The earth is angry. But people don't want to pay attention to that. They want to keep destroying things. So, take care of the earth. And it will take care of you. And, people, I was watching something about, there were some fellows from Africa and they came over here and they were looking at New York City and, how very different it was from the environment in which they were and how, a lot of industry would come into Africa and destroy the balance because of their industrial mindset when it came to things like, using the resources of the land. Everybody who lives off the resources of the land. It's how you do it that is what's important. So, the original, and now it's like the hourglasses of time. Remember Days of Our Lives? It's like the hourglass of time. The hourglass of time is now over because I actually got all of that powder into this jar. And normally I wouldn't take this long doing it, but I'm talking to y'all. I would have a much bigger funnel. So, and now I probably have enough for another 10. So, and I don't try to make a whole bunch. So, like a lot of my jars that you'll see that you'll have with my formulations are 4-ounce jars. I think this is 4 ounces too, which is really weird. Because this is a 4-ounce mason jar. And this is a 4-ounce jar too. Isn't that weird?
Well, you grind it up, it gets smaller.
No, but I'm just saying, I think these are 4-ounce jars, and these are 4-ounce containers. So how can these both be 4 ounces? I'm going to go look. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm tired. Maybe this is 8 ounces. Yes, it's 8 ounces. I'm stupid, because then 16 is this half pint. This is 8 ounces. I'm slow. But in any case, I'm just slow tonight because I'm tired. Oh, you put a label on there? Thank you there. So, I put a label on my stuff so I know what it is. And when we put the stuff on the bookshelf, we got to move the label. Because right now we have them in a drawer, so the label's on the top. So when we open the drawer, we
That's
see
the thing
them.
with these. They're in the box. You have to go pull through.
But that's okay. They're all going on the shelf in a
Okay.
minute. So that's not going to be
Let
an
me get
issue.
rid of this.
What is that? And how
It's supposed
old
to-
is that?
It's, I don't know.
What is-
Reach your ass for
Oh,
food.
let me smell it.
But it's
Is
like it's wet.
Oh, yeah. Well, wash this because we can use it. Don't throw the. Yeah. This is old. You can't smell this no more. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah. That's the thing about your herbs and your roots, y'all. Somebody wrote a review of one of my products talking about the oil went bad. Well, how long did you have it? I mean, these are natural products. I pride myself on not using unnatural preservatives. And, if you can't smell the herbs or the roots of something that you bought, first of all, back up. When you're buying the herbs and the root mixture or whatever, and you can't smell it, you can't smell what it's made out of, then it's already old. Don't buy it, okay? But if you've bought it and, the idea is, not only to make magic personal and make it your own, but when you buy this type of stuff, you should be using it. And so if you don't use it, it's going to go bad. And if you're lucky, it would just not smell at all. So when an herb or a root doesn't have a smell anymore, it needs to be tossed because it's not good anymore. One of the things that one of my herbalist friends told me, my friend Paige, she works at the local apothecary, is when you get herbs like lemon verbena, which come in like really long, like they're, I don't want to get it out, but can you pass it to me because I can explain it to them. The lemon verbena.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll come clean up in the morning because I'm going to bed, and I'll come clean up this mess, and I'll put that stuff away. But I want to show you what lemon verbena looks like when you get it and what you should do with it. Same thing with sage, lemongrass, any of those things. You don't want to crush them when you're storing them, which means you're going to have a lot of storage for them. So they're kind of snaky, I guess. It's big, they curve over, it's like they've got their own little skin. Now this is lemon verbena, but don't really smell it like this. But when you crunch this up, then you're going to release its essential oils. And basically, it's a shea, it's blood, it's life source. So when you crunch it up, you better be ready to use it, to activate it, to use it for whatever purposes, whether it is for magic, mundane, or medicine. When you crush it, use it. Okay? But until you crush said herb, like my anise star, I don't crush my anise star until I'm ready to use it. You don't crack it open until you're ready to use it. It's kind of like that freshness seal. Yeah, there you go. Seal for freshness. So nature has its own seal for freshness. So don't, and I was just like, man, get in the jar, I'm trying to make stuff fit. She's like, no, don't crush the babies, don't bruise the root. And I'm like, okay, why? And it makes sense. Because you don't want to break up, because it's got veins in it. If you look at a plant, plants have veins in it, and it carries moisture. In fact, that's how they taught you in science about how plant life works. It goes up from the stalk and shoots off into all the little veins. Well, that's where its blood is. So you definitely don't want to break that and you're basically, if you're crushing your roots way before you're using them, you're basically making them bleed out. That would probably be a good analogy, right? Mm-hmm. And the root goes, So, in any case, y'all, okay, I just put some shrink wrap in the baggie drawer, which means it is really time for me to go to bed. So, I'm sorry if y'all just joined, but, yeah. So, tonight you got to watch me make that little mini spell kit. We talked about candles. We talked about, making magic yours. You don't buy people's spell books to copy their spells. Although, when you're first starting out, you might want to do a spell or two by the book. But the more you read, the more you learn, the more you figure out how spells work, you can make them your own. one of the things I'm going to be really honest about with you guys is I have a lot of people coming to me asking me about, well, my self-esteem is really bad, and I don't know if I want to practice magic. How can I do magic? Really, you got to believe. You got to believe in you. You got to believe in your work. Okay? So if you have self-esteem issues, thank you. Love you guys too. Sweet dreams. But if you don't believe in your work, it's not going to work. So work on those things that will help you with your belief, including mental health services, things that will help you, meditation, certain spiritual products that will help you clear your mind, that will help you relieve your depression and your anxiety. Get rid of those blockages before you start to do magic. And while you're getting rid of those blockages, study the work. This is called a craft for a reason. This is an art, a craft, whatever you want. It's something that not everybody can do, and it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of dedication, and it takes a lot of love. If you don't love this, you won't do it for very long. Because sometimes I sat up this past weekend and said, this is not fun anymore. And I do that. I bitch and moan every festival season. And then I go to the festivals and everybody's fangirling me. And I'm like, okay, I love this. I want to keep doing this. Okay. So there you go. All right. Love, peace, Afro Grease. Y'all stay black, stay white, stay whatever you are. Be yourself. Bye.